Hello everyone, today we're going to be watching the Blade & Soul developer Q&A together, and unfortunately, a lot of it is going to be me ranting. So if you guys want to hear me rant, you're in for a treat. If not, if you don't want to see anything negative, I suggest you turn off this video now, okay? Because I have a lot of stuff to say about this video, and I don't think any of it is positive. So let's begin the video.
북미 유럽의 불소 가족 여러분 안녕하세요. 북미 서비스 담당하고 있는
Okay, first of all, the head of Blade & Soul NA and EU services shouldn't have been a Korean, mainly because the mentality of the Western player base is extremely different from the mentality of the player base in the Eastern market. So in order for someone to actually understand how the Western market works, they need someone who either understands the Western market, they need someone who speaks the freaking language, and this guy doesn't speak the language because he's speaking Korean, but he's in charge of the NA and EU regions. It blows my mind on how this guy is in charge, but he doesn't speak the language, he doesn't understand the culture, and he clearly is doing a very terrible job because of how the events are handled, how all the changes are handled, and I don't know if this person is the decision maker. What we really need to pinpoint and understand is who the heck is the decision maker for the NA and EU servers, because that person is doing a horrible job and really does need to be replaced with someone else who has, one, more passion for the game so that they can actually care about the game, you know, and care about its well-being, especially in the NA and EU regions, because from the statistics, they're losing money and they're not doing a good job and people are pissed off. Even I'm pissed off, okay? And I'm usually really chill, really calm, but this is mind-blowingly bad. I was hoping that the person based in Korea who was in charge of the NA and EU scene was at least an English speaker who maybe had education or grew up in the West. That way they have the Western mentality, they understand what the Western market wants and what the Western market needs so that they can cater to that market. If your customers are angry and your customers don't like the services you're providing, they're gonna move on to another game. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on and let's continue watching. It's only 22 seconds in the video and I'm already raging. I'm very happy to meet you through this video. Could you at least give me eye contact? Why are you looking to the side reading a script? Why is this even scripted? Why? This is a Q&A. You're supposed to be just on the fly, just replying to the questions that we have, not reading a goddamn script. Okay, in honor of Blade & Soul's 4th anniversary in the West, I'd like to talk about what the future holds in the game and reveal some details about the upcoming dungeon and third specializations that you are curious about. Okay, sure. Upcoming dungeons, specializations, yes, we're curious about it. But before that, we're more interested in optimization, Unreal Engine 4, and like the current state of the game. The now is more important than the future. If there's no now, if everything goes to shit now, there's not gonna be a future for all your new dungeons, your new third specializations, all this cool stuff you have planned if everyone leaves the game because it's just unplayable, right? So, whew, I really hope they fix this, man. Okay, let's continue on. I'll stop ranting for a second. So here's the first question. Is there anything you can share about the recently announced Frontier World? How is it going to be different from the current version of the game? So let's listen to what they have to say. So he says, with the launch of the Frontier World, we want everyone to get a fresh start on a newly created Blade & Soul Unreal Engine 4 environment. Frontier World will be supported independently from the existing Blade & Soul servers. So we knew this already because people had to pre-register on the Korean servers. You knew that you would start from scratch from level 1 and you wouldn't be able to play your existing characters on the new Frontier World. So we kind of guessed that this was just a test server, right? So this is great, but what we really want to know is when will we be getting the Unreal Engine 4 in the West, because we always get to see a lot of cool stuff come out in Korea first, and we have to wait so many months before we get it. So just think of the Awakening classes. Like, you know, we're so far behind on the Awakening classes compared to Korea. I know that the folks in NC West, they're working pretty hard whenever they get the patches. So like the localization team, when they get like the assassin patch, they work pretty fast in translating all the skills and picking the names and doing all that stuff. But the process of getting that patch is awfully slow. And what determines the speed of getting those patches is based off the team based in Korea, which is in charge of the NA and EU servers. So basically this guy over here, Mr. Kim, needs to make sure that he gets his shit together so that we can get our patches on time and without any random ass changes, because we keep getting all these last second changes which just make no sense and just piss off everyone. You know, the honing oils, the current event with the angler pearls, like they make no sense at all, and it just pissed everyone off. And now recently with the new changes about the honing oils, where now they changed all the chests into small honing oil chests where we only get 5 to 15 instead of the old version, which was 25 to 75, but they didn't change the cost and they didn't change the percentage of making the oil. It's still 33% chance of making an oil. It's so stupid. It is so stupid. Like, I want to drag this guy to America, force him to play the NA server for like a year, and let him experience the pain as a free-to-play player for a year. And then he can go back to his job and fix all this crap. Like, it's ridiculous. But anyway, back on topic. Next up, he follows up with, "We will continue to keep Frontier Worlds updated for optimized gameplay and provide the best possible gaming experience." This is great. I like this, but the problem is I know it's a PR stunt, because he's not even giving the camera eye contact. He's not giving me eye contact. He's just reading off a freaking script. So I know that someone in this PR department wrote this and just wanted to make us feel good because, look, we made a video dedicated for the Western market. You can watch it. Wow, we care about you. But it honestly, it doesn't give us this feel at all. If you can look at the like and dislike section right here, you can see that it's 94 likes and 82 dislikes. It's like, it's pretty bad. But we'll continue on. So that was it. He literally had 2 sentences to wrap up that entire question about the Frontier server. There's no information about if we're getting it, when we're getting Unreal Engine 4, if we're getting any new patches for performance issues, for netcode issues, nothing. And so, like, out of what he told us, it's basically what we know. Is like, oh yeah, there's a new server coming out. Yeah, you start anew, you start fresh. And yeah, we'll be closely monitoring it and making the experience as enjoyable as possible. It tells us nothing. It really tells us nothing. And it kind of ticks me off a little bit that they think that this developer Q&A will just kind of make us happy and kind of calm everyone down. Is doing the opposite. It's pissing me off more and more now. But anyway, we'll move on to question number 2. Next year, Blade & Soul will celebrate its 5th anniversary in the West and 9th anniversary in Korea. Can you tell us briefly about the future plans you have? So over here, we've switched person. It's now the Blade & Soul director, which is Jean over here, and they say, "We will continue to add more classes and legendary dungeons of higher difficulty. We're also considering introducing new systems such as giving dungeons seasonal progression and add new player gameplay growth goals." So this is interesting, but I also see this going terribly wrong. I can see this becoming like a super pay-to-win cash grab. It'll be like, hey man, you can do this dungeon with like new effects, but you need to buy a dungeon skin. And look, Volberis is now gonna be a reindeer instead of a wolf. Whoa! I don't know, man. I feel like this might go to shit really fast, really quick. So I hope that doesn't happen. But I need more information about what the hell seasonal progression means. Does this mean that the lower dungeons, like, are we getting like ultra hard mode or like mechanic mode or something, which will actually drop stuff that we need? Like, you know, maybe evolve stones, maybe transformation stones, maybe premium transformation stones, stuff like that. Highly doubt it. I bet you it's just gonna be some reskin and they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, you can buy skins for these dungeons now. You don't like Dream Song Theater last boss to be some opera guy? You want him to be a clown? You can buy this skin for $39 and he can be a clown. Like, it's I think it's gonna go somewhere in that direction, to be perfectly honest. I'm kind of From the story side, the current saga will end with Act 11. So that's good. At least the story of Blade and Soul is actually pretty enjoyable. I do like the lore and the story of Blade and Soul. So we will be getting a conclusion to the current saga we have, and it'll be ending in Act 11. The next saga, which will be starting in Act 12, so there's going to be a whole new plot, whole new bad guy, whole new blah 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 in Act 12. And it says right here, new ties will unfold for your character as you continue to explore an ever-expanding world while continuing your journey with familiar faces into new lands. And that was it for that question. They just said that, yeah, we're going to be focusing on new classes as well as new dungeons and continuing the story. Like, it's such a generic answer. Like, why? They had so much potential on this. It's just such a letdown. Third question, how difficult is it to come up with third specialization skills for each class? No one gives a shit. I don't care about how difficult it is. I only care about how cool the third specializations are, how much damage we are able to do with it. Is it easy to learn? Is it difficult to learn? Like, I don't care about the development process. I care about the final product being awesome, being cool, feeling right, and when you play the class, you feel good, you have fun. That's all I care about. I don't care about this question. Who came up with these questions? Okay, here's the most generic answer ever as well. It definitely is challenging to add additional specializations, especially if we want to provide new battle or gameplay techniques while maintaining the unique characteristics of each class. No shit. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I'm swearing so much, guys. I'm just really ticked off at how fake this entire video is. Like, it's just so PR. It's just so PR. For those who don't know what PR is, it's public relations. So like, someone would script something to sound super nice but doesn't actually mean anything. So like, everything they're providing us here, everything they're saying doesn't really mean anything. It's just like, yeah, we're working on shit. That's about it. We are always working towards finding ways to maintain unique class characteristics, resulting in an experience that is fun and something we can be proud of. Yeah, that's like the baseline. No shit. That's like the baseline of every MMO. When you make a new class, or when you make any class, you want it to be fun, you want it to be flashy, you want to entice players to play that class. So, it doesn't mean anything when you say all this crap. And that was it for that question. Thank God, because I didn't care about that question. Next question. What inspired the design direction behind the Assassin 3rd specialization? Again, no one gives a shit. Like, I don't care about it. Like, 3rd specialization for Assassin, yes, it's cool. The 3rd spec Assassin is awesome. I'm not dissing the design team or the development team on that. I'm dissing whoever thought about this question. Whoever made the Assassin 3rd spec, excellent. It's awesome. It's an awesome class. The only minor complaint that I have is my FPS drops from 30 frames to 2 frames when the Assassin 3rd spec goes into his phantom mode. Because apparently when you're in a raid with a bunch of 3rd specs, it just blows up your computer and everything goes to shit. But it's still a very good class. I just don't understand the question. Who cares what inspired it? It could be JoJo's for all I care about. Freaking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. The guy with the developers watching is like, hey, that'll be cool. Let's throw that in the game. Like, I don't care. This response made me laugh, actually. For the Assassin's 3rd specialization, our core concept was making assassins seem more assassin-like. What is that supposed to mean? No crap, it's called an assassin. Of course it's supposed to be assassin-like. You could have rephrased that to like, we wanted a Japanese shinobi feel with it, and thus we took inspiration from Naruto or some shit, and then we wanted to add the Kagebushins into this game. You could have phrased this so much more differently, but no, you phrased it like this. Like, why? These assassins absorb their target shadows and utilize them to empower their abilities. Like, okay, cool. They turn their opponent's shadow into the instrument of their own demise. Whoa. They can use crowd control skills on multiple targets and turn the tides of battle for party, or they can use their shadow and realm versus realm combat to control multiple targets in an area. Whoa, we don't even have realm versus realm here. You know why? Because our servers can't support it and we don't have enough players to do realm versus realm. I'm like getting high blood pressure just watching this video. Do you have any plans to add new classes? What type of stupid question is this? Like, no shit, they're adding new classes. We gotta get 3rd specialization for all our classes, and then they already teased the freaking new class in like the last trailer, the one with the orb, the tactician, whatever you want to call it. Like, if they just reached out to the community and asked us to ask the developers the questions, or like asked us what questions we have for the developers, we could have asked. Oh my god, such a good opportunity wasted. It's such a dumb question. Yes, I know. Orbs, divine energy, very nice. You can't share more information, no shit. What is the setting for the next upcoming Steelbreaker Raid? Okay, so now we know that the name is not gonna be Iron Arc or whatever. It might just be called Steelbreaker. So I mean, cool, right? I guess. The new legendary dungeon, the Steelbreaker, has 3 bosses. So we're gonna be getting boss 1 and boss 2 first. We're gonna have to wait a month and then we get the last boss. Okay, awesome. Okay, we're fighting Rev A and Dev A. Okay, so these are the 2 different bosses. It's a complex automation that uses magnetic energy underground. So this is actually one of the cool mechanics. This boss fight is actually really fun. At least it looks really fun. We're gonna have to experience it when it does come out, because when you actually do the dungeon, like, everyone gets positively charged or negatively charged, and like the boss mechanic itself and the boss fight itself is actually pretty cool. So I can't rant on this. That whoever made that boss is you know, it's a good boss fight. It looked good. I just hope performance is good for that. TPK 5000, I guess that's like the second boss or something. Then we have to defeat the ultimate automation, which is the last boss. Okay, without revealing any spoilers, what will Act 11 be focused on? Will we meet Jin So-yeon again? I mean, okay, I'm not mad that you asked this question because I care about the story. But I know that a lot of people don't care about the story, and you shouldn't be using such valuable questions with questions like these. You need to be asking the big money questions. Like, is the development team working on optimization issues? Do they know about the netcode issues? Do they know about our performance issues and our ping issues and like how the market is? Do they understand what's going on the Western servers? Like, these are the questions you need to be asking the developers, not stuff like this. Like, I appreciate it, yes, because I care about Jin So-yeon, Jin Soya-bean. I care about the story, but most people don't. I'm getting a headache. So in Act 11, we get to follow Mushin to the Divine Realm. Yay! We will encounter new characters along with old ones such as Jin So-yeon, who will play an important role. Okay, cool. Okay, next question. This... why did they ask this? I don't understand. There have been a number of changes to PvP in the last year due to the addition of Shackled Isles. This has brought a mix of positive and negative feelings in North America and Europe. Has there been any progress towards resolving these problems? I feel like there's so many more problems in Battlegrounds and in Arena than Shackled Isles. You can't even do Shackled Isles anymore. Like, who cares about Shackled Isles? But okay, let's see how he responds. Maybe he'll tell us more about some PvP balancing or something. We received a lot of feedback since we introduced the Shackled Isles PvP mode. Yes, of course. From the feedback, we have discovered a number of combat-related issues that have a negative impact on the overall experience, and we're looking for solutions to the issues. We're also trying to revise the level design and game rules so that the game can be played more strategically as the play zone continues to change and move. I feel like they should be focusing more on fixing what is currently made and what is currently there, instead of trying to make new shit and throw it on top of currently broken stuff, right? Like, there's a saying, a building is only as strong as their foundation. So if your foundation is very weak, no matter how much shiny crap you throw on top of it, how much gold, how much diamond, how much whatever, the building's gonna collapse. So you need a very solid foundation. So they should be focusing more on the foundation, fixing that first before throwing on new stuff on top. I mean, whatever, we'll just go on. I'm not even qualified to talk about PvP because that's not something I do anyway. And that's it. That's it from the Q&A, the developer Q&A. That was it. Like, I feel like I watched the 4-minute video and I learned absolutely nothing. A Q&A is supposed to answer questions that the community has. That's why it's called question and answer. We have questions, we ask the questions, they answer the questions. We get more information, we understand a little bit more on the thought process, and thus we get more insight on why certain decisions were made. And so we are not left in the dark and just randomly guessing on why this is. You know, there's a meme going around that has been around on the Western community since like the beginning of Blade and Soul. Blade and Soul is pay to win and they don't give a shit about the community. And with this Q&A, it's kind of like nailing that home, right? It's just like, we don't care about the community. Pay us money. Yeah. And just like, oh my god. Why? Why? Nico, please reach out to the content creators which care about your game. Reach out to the influencers that care about your game. Reach out to the community which care about your game. We play the game because we love the game, because we enjoy the game. But you're managing it so poorly that you're forcing so many of us away from the game. You're just pushing us away. You're just like, oh, you want this item? No. There's a paywall there. I'm sorry. You're going to have to pay for that. You want to do auto fishing? Oh, sorry. We can't do that anymore. We broke it. So your auto fishing cancels after an hour or two. Oh, you want sacred oils? Here, we're giving you honing oils that you can craft. Oh, no. We're going to change that so you only craft 1 a month. Like, what is up with all this bait and switch? You're giving us stuff that we want. It's like, yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Please don't change it. Please don't break it. Next patch is broken. It's changed. The community can only put up with so much. And with this video, like, it pissed me off so much. I was so happy that you finally posted a producer's letter. Your producer's letter was great. I really like your monthly breakdown. You know, in March we're getting this. In April we're getting this. That was perfect. That was excellent. But this video? No. If we're gonna do a developer's Q&A, you do it right. You actually reach out to people who care about the game, see what burning questions we have, or you read your freaking forums. Just put a forum post asking, we're planning to make a developer Q&A. Please ask your questions here and we'll pick the top 10 most upvoted question. Then it's that easy. Then you've got all the questions. And if there's questions that you're not able to answer, then just wipe that one out. Pick another question. The next top one. Top 20 questions and pick 10 out of that. Who came up with these half-assed questions? I can feel my blood pressure just rising. Anyway, first of all, for the people who stuck around till the end of this video, I'm sorry that I raged, okay? I apologize. I still love this game a lot, but it's because I care about this game so much that I get so riled up when I see stupid shit like this. It's just a PR stunt. Why even post it? Why bother? You're not answering any questions. You're giving us generic, open-ended answers that can be interpreted in any way or doesn't mean anything. It's just like, why? But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I know some of you guys really love my rant videos because I don't do it very often, because I really don't like to rant unless it's absolutely necessary. And I feel like this video just ticked me off so bad that I needed to get it out of my system. Whew. That's out of my system. I'm good now. So thank you for listening. If you guys enjoyed the video, I would appreciate a subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. You know, starting a new channel covering Blade and Soul content again is not easy, but we did hit our milestone. So thank you very much for all my subscribers, all my viewers, for all the support. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome?